Good morning. Welcome to today's morning brief. Let's have a look and see what crazy stories we've got today then. So the first one is not a great story to start off with, but you might have heard that there's been an earthquake in Venezuela. They're looking at tens of thousands feared to have died. There was actually back-to-back earthquakes, and this is according to the US Geological Survey. The first tremor registered at 7.2 magnitude in a depth of 13 kilometers. And then apparently just about a minute later, a larger magnitude of 7.5 tremor hit before nearly 2 dozen aftershocks. There was high casualties, extensive damage, and it's like completely widespread. They're estimating the death toll could be ranging from between 10 and 100,000. So obviously that's a massive disaster that's happening over there at the moment. There's buildings, homes, houses that have all collapsed. The Interior Minister said on state TV that the fire department and police have all been activated. The president declared a state of emergency. There are reports that the damage near Caracas is actually been closed because of damage. The first update that she actually gave, she confirmed at least 32 people have died and 700 more have been injured so far. So obviously that's going to be a story that's going to carry on breaking out with more information as it goes on. So hopefully there's going to be limited in the injuries and deaths on that one. Now, second story is our old friend Donald Trump. In his usual blunt, straightforward, honest style, he's had some comments on the possible incoming Andy Burnham. So he come out and he said that he was speaking actually to GB News about this at the White House, and he actually declared that he doesn't know anything about the potential new Prime Minister. He added, "I don't know anything. I see that he was, I guess, the mayor of a town I hear is extremely liberal." He was actually asked if he wanted to be the first leader to visit Mr. Burnham's Britain, and he answered no. But I think we're probably on a different persuasion. There's been some tension there anyway, as usual, though, between the UK and America. And there's going to be a real big wedge between them anyway, though, if he does get the PM job. It's coming down to the oil industry. If you think that every oil company comes to see Trump about having access to Britain's oil fields, declaring that the country was dying. To be honest with you, I think this is a major thing for this country. It's a major thing that we are not sorting out some of these industries, and the oil industry is just crazy. The money we are losing on that. I know Trump said before as well, when these companies have said they'd just do anything to be able to drill in the North Sea. And the absolute batshit bonkers crazy thing about all of this is that we buy our own oil back from the Norwegians, because basically they get it from the North Sea. It's talk that Norway's got now 2 trillion in the bank, and the UK is just dying. And Trump said that they should just open up the North Sea. It is an easy one. It's not difficult to cure that, really. It's a no-brainer. But Mr. Burnham actually, he's going to be one of them MPs that's come out and said things like when Labour first got in, and he's going to have to be a little bit with his tail between his legs. Because if you look at the fact that back in 2021, Burnham actually turned around and said that any politician who gave Trump the time of the day should be ashamed. Brilliant. But even quite recently in his Makerfield speech, which, I mean, he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's saying. He just sort of said that Britain must turn away from the path that takes us to a divided, dark politics of the kind we see in the United States. Horseshit. Anyway, I end on a story just briefly. In Denmark, they are looking to ban the Islamic call to prayer. That's under plans for a radical crackdown on creeping Islam, basically. Easy for me to say, but they're talking about a place that's got it's no place in Denmark for this, and you shouldn't be any doubt whether you've ended up in a suburb of Islamabad or if you're walking around Denmark. Quite open and honest debate that seems to be going on over there, which we lack in doing in this country. And the minister has said that there's a gradual Islamication. Can't say that word, can I? Islam is creeping in. It was taking up too much of public space, and I mean, it's the Scandinavian nation, so they're trying to look after what they've got. This is like the third time that the Danish immigration minister has attempted to establish a legal basis for outlawing the public call to prayer. Previous efforts were made by the Social Democrats in both 2020 and 2025. So that's going to cause some controversy. And my take on that basically is I agree with it. You shouldn't have this big outpouring of a religion being beamed on loudspeakers across towns and cities. If it's a Muslim country, then fine. That's fine. That's great. But I don't believe it should be done in these European countries that are not. To me, it's a no-no. That's creating division. Anyway, that's your morning brief today. Have a great day. Say it straight.